Hey you guys, so I am coming at you today with 5 things that you should probably know or that they don't tell you before you go natural. Now these are 5 things that I've thought about throughout my entire journey of being natural. Those of you who are new to my channel, hey girl, I've been natural for 7 years. I did the big chop in 2010. I shaved my head for no reason, girl. I just was bored and no, there was a reason behind it. I transitioned for about 6 months. I did not like the way my hair was looking. So I said, what will happen if I just shaved my head and allow my new growth, quote unquote, my hair to just come in? And that's what I did. And this is what we have today. It's up in a protective style now, but you can go through my videos to see all the glory that shall be revealed. So anyway, I came up with 5 items that I think those of you who are considering going natural should consider. This is not to deter you away from going natural, because I encourage all women to embrace their natural hair. This is just to let you know what to expect, okay? And if you have any other thing that other items that I haven't listed here, go ahead and you know, post it down below so that we can share. I don't claim to know everything. I don't know everything. I just know what has worked best for me and just sharing information with other women. Okay, so let's get started. This is not in any particular order. However, number 1 was really big for me. The time it takes to actually do, wash, and style your hair. You guys, they call it wash day for a reason, honey. For me personally, I have extended my wash routine, quote unquote, over 3 days. I detangle the day before, I wash my hair the day of, and then I style the next day. Depending on the density of your hair, the length of your hair, it takes a while to do your hair, you guys. When I was relaxed, I didn't have to really detangle. I would separate my hair in 4s, boom, 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 done. Now I finger detangle. That can take 2 to 3 hours if I'm not drinking. Now I've been using a comb. You guys saw my previous video. I did a review of the wood comb. I will be linking that down below if you're interested in it. Love this comb, you guys. Again, though, that takes 45 minutes. The looser your curl pattern, the more like the looser your curl texture or type, the least amount of time you have to detangle, okay? If you have a lot of hair, your density is on crazy like me, it's gonna take you a while, okay? It's gonna take you a while. It is what it is. But I strongly encourage you not to slack off on your wash routine and your detangling. You have to get into the habit of doing that. And the more you do it, the easier it will become. It will become routine to you. So yes, detangling takes time. Washing itself doesn't take time, but it's just the process that's, you know, lengthy. Styling your hair, some of these styles, it's an overnight process. You know, if you put your hair in perm rods, you're sleeping in it. Unless you have a hooded dryer, of course, when you dry your hair. I try to avoid heat, so I air dry my hair a lot. If I wear a wash and go, it is wet 2 days later. Hell, sometimes 3 days later, because I have a lot of hair, okay? If you have fine strands, you may not have that problem. I guess my point is expect to spend some time with your hair, girl. It's just what it is. Number 2, your natural journey as far as picking up products, learning styles for your hair, 90% of it is trial and error. It is what it is. You can look at videos, you can read reviews, but you won't really know how a product works for your hair until you actually use it. Y'all seen comments on my video from other people who will be like, oh, that product worked well for my hair. No, that product was crap. A good example, 2 examples actually. Pink oil moisturizer. I would say about half of my subscribers, it worked well. The other half, it didn't. Another good one is, my mind went blank. Is a horrible product for me. Mane and Tail. Most people actually, from what I've read from feedback from you guys, Mane and Tail seems to be a really great line for people, but living in here in Phoenix, where there's no moisture in the air, Mane and Tail is horrible, horrible, horrible on my tresses. So I avoid that product like the plague, girl. But yes, trial and error. You will find soon that certain styles work best for you. Twist outs, braid outs are great for type 4 chicks. Wash and goes, Wash your nose. You really don't work too well. You can master it, but you have to test out different products, work well. Certain products don't work well together, especially if they change their formulas. Like, we're not gonna name any names of companies like Shea that change their formulas. And I know it can be frustrating because you're spending money, okay? You're spending your coins and you're hoping that the product works. And when it doesn't, you know, you're disappointed. One thing I also want to add is that once you find something that works for you, stick with it, okay? Be consistent, all right? Number 3, hair typing versus porosity. The one thing I always see all the time on the vlogs, on the Facebook groups, what hair type do you think I am? That's great. No, it's good to know what your hair type is because I think it does help you in determining how to go about your hair regimen, but it's not a deal breaker. What is a deal breaker is really knowing your porosity. In my opinion, knowing your hair porosity trumps knowing what your hair texture is. Case in point, type. Case in point, I did not know what my hair type was until literally like 4 years into my hair journey. But I kind of had an idea on how my hair was absorbing products and moisture, and so that is what really helped me, ensuring that my hair was moisturized to retain that length and that my hair wasn't breaking off. Okay, so focus on your porosity. There are different ways to test your hair porosity. I'm going to link down below some videos. Definitely the Green Beauty channel is who I absolutely shout out to you, girl, because she did feature in one of my videos on her channel. I would definitely look at her channel. She offers a lot of great information with a scientific type of background. I believe she has a science major. She has to, because everything is very, very thorough. Anyway, moving on. Number 4, growth and the time it takes to actually see true growth. I would say this is up there with the time it takes to actually do your hair, wash your hair, style your hair, etc. I'm always seeing comments on, I've been natural for this long and I'm not seeing any true growth. First of all, you have to understand that if you are for ABC, you're going to have some type of shrinkage. You just are. So you may not be able to see that your hair is growing, but unless you're doing something to counteract that growth, your hair is growing. It may not be growing at the rate that you want it to, but it is growing. I honestly, for me, mentally in my head, I didn't see real growth or hangage until around 2.5 years. So stick with it, you guys. As long as you are being consistent with your hair regimen and you're not doing anything like applying a lot of heat, doing a lot of hair coloring, your hair will thrive, okay? So I will, again, if you're gonna big chop and you shave your head like I did, it's gonna take a while for you to see some growth. Your hair isn't going to be, you know, bra length like that. Case in point, I'm just now getting, because I've done some things as far as not trimming my hair as I should, I'm just not getting about 2 inches past bra length. And I've been very careful with my hair regimen. And again, like I said, I've been natural for 7 years, okay? So be patient with it. Your hair will grow, honey. It will. And it is growing, okay? And last but not least, excuse me, do know that you may run into some surprises with your hair, especially as you see your hair growing. You may notice that you have multiple textures. For example, I'm 4B in the front, 4C in the back. You may experience some things throughout your hair journey where your texture may change. Some women have stated that their hair changes while they were pregnant. Now, I did notice when I was pregnant, my hair grew like crazy. And my hair grows like this, you guys. So it was expanding. Along with pregnancy, you're going to notice some shedding and stuff like that. If you have any hormonal issues going on, suffering from any type of scalp issues. So be aware that when your hair is in its natural state, at least in my opinion, from what I've observed, I notice when something changes with my hair in its natural state, it's more noticeable as opposed to when my hair was relaxed. Another example, hard water. I really couldn't tell, and we moved a lot, of course. I've moved a lot since when my hair was relaxed. I've been relaxed since I was 7 years old. So I couldn't tell if the water was really hard, but baby, with my natural hair, by the third time that I washed my hair in hard water, I thought my porosity had changed. That's how noticeable it was. So be leery of that you will notice changes. There will be some surprises, quote unquote, but try to change your hair regimen so that your hair will still thrive with those changes, okay? If that makes sense. If you're noticing that your edges are coming unglued, switch up your hair regimen. Try to avoid, I'm sorry you guys, I'm putting my shirt back there because I want to make sure everything's okay. If you notice that your edges are suffering, try to avoid hairstyles that add tension. Don't post a picture of yourself looking like this and wondering, oh, how can I grow back my edges? Well, first of all, you're adding tension to your hair, and that's not going to really help those edges. So yes, you guys, those are just 5 things that you should be aware of that they don't really tell you. And you may know some of this stuff, but like I said, if any of you, if there's something here that you think I'm missing, jot it down below. Let's talk about it. I honestly think, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart, I think that natural hair is for everybody. I kind of cringe, and I wanted to do a video on things that really tick me off about the natural hair community, but I don't want to go there, excuse me. I will say this, I kind of cringe when I see the statement, natural hair isn't for everybody. Maybe we should change that to the natural hair journey isn't for everybody, because when you say natural hair isn't for everybody, it doesn't make any sense to me, because that's a part of who you are. That is your being. That's just like saying your lips, your eyes, your nose, your skin tone isn't for you. It is for you. Your natural hair is you. Now, the natural hair journey, the process itself may not be for everyone. I absolutely agree with that. I also want to encourage those of you who've been natural for 6, 7, 8 months, stick with it. All too often I'm seeing a lot of women who go back to perming their hair. Again, you can do whatever you want. It is your hair, okay? But all too often I'm seeing women who cave in, go back to the creamy crack in a year. I really did not get my hair regimen down until 2 years. Again, I didn't really still see growth until 2.5 years. Stick with it. Make sure that you're consistent. Make sure that you're using great products for your hair. Ensuring that your hair is properly moisturized. Have a simple routine down. And honestly, you will see your hair thrive. But I absolutely think that natural hair is for everyone, and I think it can be for everyone if you're willing to go through that process. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to all of new subscribers. Take care. Bye.